You're about to enter your room when you heard your 5-year-old daughter talking to someone in her room. You got curious what she was doing, so you went to her. You entered her room as you saw her lying down while holding your late husband's photo. As you realize she's talking to her dad again, that makes you weak. You are talking to her dad again? Mom, can daddy hear me in heaven? Of course, he's watching and guiding us. You answer your daughter while your eyes became teary because everything is still fresh for you. You and Jungkook were in a relationship for 2 years before you got married. Everything was perfect until you were blessed with a daughter. But 5 months ago, one day before your birthday, you received a call that your husband had an accident. The car he was riding in was crushed, and you can hardly recognize his whole body because it was so burned. All his personal belongings were there, so you are sure that it was him. He couldn't accept what happened, so his brother took care of his body, even at the funeral. You don't know how you would live without him, but you are more worried when you think of your daughter, since she is close to his dada. It hurts you to think that your daughter will grow up without a father. Mommy, promise I'll be good girl so that Jesus will listen to my wish. Why? What do you wish for? Maybe mommy can give it to you. As she burst into tears was saying, I wish Appa will come back to us. Mommy, I really miss him. This time, you just break down as you cried out loud. You really couldn't bear to see your daughter crying when she missed her dad. You hug her tightly and tap her back. Do you want to go to his grave tomorrow? You ask. Can we visit him, Mommy? Of course, of course, you replied. Trixie was so happy while walking into the cemetery because she will be able to visit her dad again. If you can take her to Jungkook every day, you will do it. But of course, you also need to work to raise your child, even though you are being helped by your in-laws. But still, you know to yourself that they have no responsibility to you and to your daughter. Your daughter places the flower that you brought as you light a candle. After that, he hugs your one leg. Daddy, you are so bad. You left me and mommy. We're crying because you left us. Your daughter said, Shh, Daddy doesn't want to leave us. I'm sure he's sad too now. And he'll be even sadder if he sees you angry with him. Thixie became silent. Later on, she knelt down and touched Jungkook's picture that engraved on his tombstone. I'm sorry, Appa, she said and sniffed. Let's go? You want ice cream? She nodded. But we eat first before we have ice cream, okay? You want to leave right away because you don't want to see Trixie cry again. When you finish ordering food, you want to go to the bathroom? You ask. No. Can I play first? You look around and you see a playground inside the restaurant near your table. Okay, since we're still waiting for our food, just play there. I'm going to the bathroom. After a minute, we went out to the bathroom, but you didn't see your daughter. Your heart skips in fear. You start panicking until you saw her running up to the second floor at the restaurant as if she was following someone. So you quickly follow her until you arrive somewhere, like a party. Later on, you realize that it was an engagement ceremony after you saw what's unwritten on the banner. You approach your daughter, who was standing near the entrance. Honey, what are you doing here? She looks up and looks at you as she starts to cry. Mommy, is that Appa? But why is he with another girl? You were curious about what she said, so you look at what Trixie was pointing at, and you couldn't believe it on what you saw. It's Jungkook. He is alive, but why he doesn't recognize you? Meanwhile, Jungkook just arrived at the venue where his engagement ceremony will be held with his girlfriend. But he has many questions in his mind. Why he seems unhappy? Although, when he wakes up from coma 1 month ago in the hospital, he immediately sees Nicole and she says that she is his girlfriend, and it shows a lot of evidences like pictures that they were together. But why does he have a doubt? Why does he seems he forgotten an important person? What took you so long? Nicole asked. I'm just stuck in the traffic, he replied, until his eyes landed on a woman and a girl who were looking at him near at the entrance. Their eyes met, and Jungkook could tell that their eyes were sad. Jungkook was even more bothered when he sees the child crying while looking at him. It's like that his heart is being stabbed and torn it apart. You want to approach him, but you also think it's impossible that he is your husband. Your husband is dead and you see him being buried. You look around and see his name. It's different. Trixie, let's go. He's not your dad. No, mommy. He's my dad, she insisted. I know you miss your dad. We're the same, but he's not your dad. His name is different. They are just look alike. She looked down and turned her back to Jungkook, who was still staring at the two of you. She held your hand and pulled you and left the venue. Don't go, he murmured, until a flashback came. He saw you too on those memories, but it wasn't clear. He knew he really had something to know. He suddenly left the venue and followed you. He ran to chase you, but his head hurt so much and passed out. He woke up in his room as he saw his older brother. What happened? He asked. You fainted. When I got there, you were already unconscious. Did something happen? Young, I saw a mother and daughter earlier. I can't understand why I feel like I know them. Maybe you just thought that. Ah, Nicole said the engagement will be rescheduled maybe next month, okay? Young, what if I don't want our engagement to go through? What are you talking about, Jungkook? She's the girl that you love, and before you had an accident, you should have been engaged. Just rest for now, as he gets out of the room. But Jungkook remembers something. What did he call me? Jungkook? What if all my suspicions is correct, that they are hiding something from me? You heard the doorbell ring. You opened the door right away because you know it's Dixon. He called earlier saying he would come to visit his niece. Come in, you invited him inside and offered for a drink. Uncle, Trixie said, and ran and hugged her uncle. Did you go somewhere earlier? Earlier? We visited Jungkook's grave. After that, we ate at the restaurant. So Jungkook was right. He saw them. YN, did you see or notice anything unusual? Trixie about to speak, but you stopped her as you told her to play